What's going on, my ninjas? Today we are going to be reviewing the Mafex Star Wars The Mandalorian. I have been waiting 2 years for this figure to finally release, and it did. I pre-ordered him December 2022, thinking that he would have been here December 2023, but now it's March 2024. So about 2 years away for this guy. Whew, it's been a long time. So this is the first Mafex figure I ever owned. So let's see what's up. So here's our from the box Mafex number 200. We got Mando, a big window with a bunch of accessories. We got a promo shot Mando here. The Mandalorian action figure version 2.0, because the 1.0 I've seen plenty of reviews of that one. And they had a lot of problems, like the pink blaster and a bunch of other stuff. And a lot of people wishing that came with other accessories. So this is the 2.0. Star Wars The Mandalorian Mafex Medicom Toys. Here's the top of the box with a cool looking shot of Mando. Star Wars The Mandalorian. Here's the side of the box. Star Wars The Mandalorian Mafex Mandalorian 2.0. And with Mando with his mask off looking at Baby Yoda. I don't know his name's in the bottom. Not much going on. Just warning, ages 15 and up. Star Wars The Mandalorian. Another promo shop with him with the Darksaber. And here's the back of the box where you could get him with his many accessories. And this is from Disney Plus, StarWarsJapan.com. So there's a bunch of Japanese writing, because I did, even though it came through Big Bad Toy Store, the box is still kind of Japanese. So that's pretty cool. Now, let's open the box. This is the first Mafex figure I ever owned. Let's be gentle. And when you take out the tray of accessories, you could see some pretty nice artwork of Mando and Baby Yoda in his little hover pod. So that's pretty nice. Now that we got the box out of the way, let's go into details. Onto the details and first-hand impressions. I think this was worth the 2-year wait. It looks impressive. Like, this one already in hand blows the Star Wars Black Series Mando out of the wire. Let's start. So nice shiny silver for the best scar. Nice sculpted details over here. The visor looks wider, so it looks like he could actually see through it. Then instead of the visor being super thin, this looks screen accurate, like he walked right out of the TV. Oh man, this looks really cool. We got his chest plate here with some nice sculpted detailing here. We got his sash with some cartridges for his rifle. Some cartridges here, nice painted buttons, his belt buckle, a little pouch. And he comes with his 3 bombs here that he put on a TIE Fighter to take it down on Moff Gideon's TIE Fighter. But I'm glad that these are not removable, because if they were, there's a high chance that you could lose them, and that won't be fun. He has the Mudhorn insignia on his right shoulder. Let's focus on that. On his right shoulder pad, there's the Mudhorn insignia, which looks really well detailed. Some sculpted wrinkles onto his clothes. His cape is a soft cloth plastic, which I really appreciate, with bendy wire. And there's some holes in it, like blaster holes or burn holes. Very nice. And in the back, there's the strap for his rifle. Here's another strap that's loose. More cartridges on his belt. And we got his holster for his pistol. And on his arm we got a piece for his gauntlet, which we will get to in accessories. So we got one gauntlet here in his hand armor with the blue triangle. And another piece of his gauntlet for the whistling birds. So this one's for his flamethrower. And this one is for the whistling birds. And again, nice paint on the blue for the blue triangle. Some good looking flaps here. Holster for his pistol. And here we got his shin armor. This one is a simple piece, pretty good looking. With a little bit of wear in it, like a little bit of dirtiness, which makes sense. And here we got a new piece, like the other Mandalorian, where it was like this brownish silver piece. And this one is an entirely different sculpt and all silver. Very nice. And here we got his knee pad. We got the handle for the vibro blade down here. We got more cartridges for his rifle, and we got another knee pad that shoots rockets on the side. So that's pretty cool. Two different shin guards. Here's one shin guard that looks like one piece, and here's one that looks like a few pieces. A little pocket here, a little strap around the side, and then his boots, nicely sculpted treads. Overall, this is a very well detailed and accurate looking Mandalorian figure. It looks like he walked right out of the TV. Whew, this looks nice. And the proportions look accurate. Now let's move on to the accessories and buckle in, because we have a lot to go through. Moving on to accessories, we got a ton of stuff with this Mando figure. So let's go over with the hands. So right out of the box, he comes with a pair of fists, of course, which do look pretty good. Next, we got a pair of open hands. Very nice. A pair of open hands, or Baby Yoda holding hands. Next, we got a pair of kind of more relaxed hands, or they could be hands to hold the weight of the rifle. Either or. I'm not sure. He comes with some trigger finger hands for his pistol. He comes with some more angled trigger hands, probably for the rifle. Next, he comes with a pair of grippy hands, probably for the dark saber. We'll figure it out as we go along. So, yeah, we got grippy hands. Or these might be to hold the weight of the rifle, probably. Nice. Next, we got a pair of pointing finger hands. Next, we got a pair of grippy hands with a very small grip. And this is supposed to be for the vibro blade, I believe. So yeah, grippy hands with a very thin, narrow grip. And some more grippy hands with a very thin, narrow grip. Probably also for the vibro blade, I think. Next, we get a grappling hook. It's just a long, thin piece with this at the end. And how do you attach it to Mando? Um, I don't know. I don't know how you attach it to Mando's wrist. I'm not sure. Probably you could do something with the stand that it comes with, which we'll get into later. So, and then he comes with his pistol. Looking nice. And if you want to holster it, you could just put it in his holster. And it won't fall out. Let's see, which one did I see where the pistol hands? I think this one. Let's see if we could have him holding his pistol. Okay. Boom! We got Mando with his pistol. I could bring you in warm, or I could bring you in cold. So yeah, there's that. Okay, next we got two versions of the Darksaber. One that's turned off, and one that's on. And the blade, first the handle looks really good. Very screen accurate. Good looking handle. And as for the blade, oh, this looks so good. Where the white meets the black, it's all crackly. The white emitters are on there, coming out, and it's a bit sharp. Whoa. Nice detailing, and it looks like it's flowing with energy. Hold on. Let's get one of the gripping hands. What's it for this one? Let's see. Okay, I was right. So this gripping hand with the wider grip is for the Darksaber. And swapping the hands is very easy. No risk of breaking. So I appreciate that a lot. Next we got his Beskar spear. Which is very pointy at the edge. And there's some ridges along the way. I think it's the... No, I think it might be these hands for the Beskar spear. Because it's a bit thin. I think it might be these ones. Hold on. Or could be these. I'm trying to find the right gripping hands for it. I don't know, because some of them are too thin and some of them are too thick. I think it might be these hands. I just probably had to run them under hot wire. So I'll probably do that later. Or are these for the vibroblade? Which are the ones for the Darksaber? I mean for the Beskar spear. Probably these, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, we get the Beskar spear. And we have two rifles. We got one to strap on that has a little strap here. And we got one without the strap for firing. So the way you strap this on is you lift up his cape. I am not going through the hole in the cape. You take this off. You get this little circular piece that goes in the bottom of his belt, or that goes on the back of his belt. You feed the prongs through. Alright. Next you plug this piece in to here. Okay. Align it, the peg, and push it in. Alright. Then it should angle over here. And the strap goes over his shoulder. Let's lower it a bit. The strap goes over his shoulder. And it plugs into here. And there you go, you got Mando holstering his rifle. And it's so much easier to do than the SH Figuarts Mando. I never owned an SH Figuarts Mando, but I've seen reviews and it looked like a pain in the butt to do. But if you want to have his rifle ready for action, well, you just take this off. Let's see. Let's get the rifle gripping hand. I think it's this one. Okay, yeah, with the... Hold on. Or is it these hands? No, it has to be a trigger hand. Okay, got it. There we go. So with the more angled trigger finger hand, that's the one used to hold the trigger end of the rifle. And to hold the weight of the rifle, I would think it's one of these hands. So you just pop that off. Pop off the other hand, put it on. And there we go. We got Mando ready for action. Well, this is a rough description on how it's supposed to go. There we go. Oh, we spent a lot of time on those rifles. Alright. Next, we got this electrical piece, which goes in the end of the rifle prongs. And it does look nice sculpted detail and painting all throughout it. There's the scope. And there are the prongs that look like they've been used because there's some burning, like burnt metal look. And what you do is you take this electrical piece and you just slide it through. And there you go, you got the rifle shocking people. Moving on, we got the vibro blade. It's a very small, thin, rubbery plastic, or not really rubbery. It's sharp. It looks nice, nicely detailed. You can't holster it because the handle is already in there. So yeah, there's that. And I think it's this thin gripping hand that you just slide in. Yep, I think that's it. Or it could be the other gripping hand. It's a little bit rough to get into. Oh, okay, it's this hand. Okay. Yeah, he gets a better grip with his hand with a slightly wider grip. So yeah, there's that for his vibro blade. Next we get his flamethrower effect gauntlet piece. So there's a gauntlet piece, and outcomes, it starts off with some blue flames, but going on to orange, and it's going to a yellowish orange over here. Now, how do we take this off? So there's this piece on his right arm. You just remove this piece gently. There's some peg holes in here. And then you plug it in. And there we go, we got Mando using his flamethrower. Looking very cool. Next, we got his Whistling Birds accessory. Which looks so cool. There's a lot of smoke coming out, and in the ends, there's silver tips. Those are the Whistling Birds. Nicely detailed. What you do is you take this gauntlet off, and you just slide it in, and there you go. You got Mando shooting his Whistling Birds. And for head sculpts, we have three of them. We got the helmeted head, and we have a Pedro Pascal Din Djarin unmasked head looking nice. And we have a flashlight head. I don't know if the flashlight turns on. I don't believe so. Next we got a jetpack with its own separate back piece, which looks pretty nice, but I'm not going to put it on because it feels like too much of a pain to do. I'll put it on in future displays, but you got its own back piece with some pegs and thruster booster effects. You just key in here. Very nice. And lastly, we got two baby Yodas. One in the sack for Mando to carry, and one out of the sack for him to walk around. He does have little feet. But yes, these two baby Yodas look very cute. It's a cloth strap, so you could just put it under his arm, put it over, and you got him carrying around Baby Yoda being so cute. It's his good luck charm. So there's that. Now let's move on to articulation. Moving on to articulation, we're going to start up and work our way down. So looking down, you could look down a really decent amount. That's really cool. Looking up, you could look up a little bit, but I mean, if you move the chest back, I guess he could look up a little bit better for those flying poses. Side to side, he could do, no problem. 360, yes he can. So pretty good head movement. Now for the arms, his shoulder pads are on a hinge, so they could go up a little bit, But they can't go up too much because then they'll pop off. Oh, okay, so they could go less than 90 degrees. No, it's okay, you just pop this back on. And you pop his arm back on. There we go. So they can only go probably this far without popping off the arms. There we go, like this. Arm movement, he could move his arms all the way around, no problem. Oh, come on. I never owned a Mafex figure, so I don't know if this is, standard for Mafex figures. He has what looks like a double jointed elbow, but only bends single jointedly. So about 90 degrees. Again, I'm not as articulated as SH Figuarts, but I guess easier to handle than the SH Figuarts Mando. Torso, he could go forward. Not much forward. How about going back? A little bit. He could go a little bit back. Side to side. Wow, his articulation is tighter than Black Series, but okay. No, it could work a little bit. Okay, there we go. That's how you do side to side. Oh, what? Oh no. Is this like a Mafex? Is this like standard for Mafex figures? Like popping off every time you move them? Let me know in the comments for those who own Mafex figures. Is this like standard? Torso rotation almost non-existent. Wow. He could kick forward about this much. Okay. He could kick back about that much. Okay, he could kick to the sides, almost doing the splits. Okay, the leg articulation's pretty good. Alright. Do we got a thigh swivel? A little bit. We get single jointed knees that bend at 90-degree angle. Okay, next we got ankle pivot, ankle rocker. Well, kind of like ankle hinge, yeah. Ankle hinge. Ankle rocker is, I mean, if you move it around enough, you could get a pretty good ankle rocker. And toe hinge. Whew. This is hard to judge because, yeah, he's got some articulation. Let's move on to final thoughts. So for final thoughts, what do I think of this figure? Well, first of all, the details looks absolutely amazing, screen accurate. It looks like the Mandalorian himself walked right out of the TV. So for details, it definitely went above and beyond, and the proportions look like there's an actual person in the suit instead of just an action figure like the SH Figuarts Mandalorian. Accessories, it went above and beyond. We got everything that the first Mandalorian, Mafex Mandalorian, wish it came with. This one came with, so that is definitely a huge plus. However, where this figure fell short is the articulation. It was subpar, but maybe that's because I'm just so used to SH Figuarts' quality of articulation. But this, like the torso articulation, especially felt like Star Wars Black Series articulation. And for this price of $104, the articulation kind of doesn't seem worth it. But I mean, you could still pull off some cool action poses or some static poses. Oh, So a lot of things were good, but the articulation was its weakest point. Overall, I'm gonna have to rate it a 6 out of 10. Great accessories, amazing detail, but not so great articulation. And it kept popping apart, but you got to pop it back on. Unless that's, you know, the standard for Mafex figures. This might probably be the only Mafex figure I will ever own. So yeah, 6 out of 10, that's my final score for this Mando figure. Is it worth getting? I mean, I would say if you want a decent Mandalorian figure, but that comes with a lot of accessories that's not Black Series, I would say avoid the SH Figure Arts one, because I've seen reviews on that and it looks like a pain in the butt to pose around with. But this one is slightly better than the SH Figure Arts one, so I would say, is it worth it? Yes and no. Or either this or the Black Series, but skip the SH Figure Arts one. Anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, be sure to hit the like, comment down below what you think, and subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe because this is the way. Thank you.